Good evening, everyone. Big welcome to our return, our first Wednesday Wealth Stories with Team Evolve. Welcome, everyone, for tonight. Before I share about this call, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Peter No. I'm your Senior Presidential Director here with LifeWave, and I also have my beautiful co-host, Miss Amy Homsey, who's also our SPD here with Team Evolve and with LifeWave. And before I introduce her, before I have her share our stories, I just want to introduce this call tonight because in the next 30 minutes, what you will be hearing is we're going to be showcasing our builders from our teams who have just incredible stories on why they chose this industry, on how they found LifeWave and how LifeWave has literally given back their life. We're going to be sharing their stories of their struggles, their challenges, what they have learned, how LifeWave has transformed their lives, how this industry and how residual income has literally stabilized many of these families. And what we want you to get out of tonight, if you are a guest here tonight, actually, let me see. Do we have, where all the guests here tonight? Please put one on the chat or hello or something. We want to get to know you, okay? After the next 30 minutes, after you hear these stories, all we want you to do is walk away with the three things that every single human deserves in this lifetime and that we have already created here in the last 5 years with our teams. In the last 5 years, we have helped hundreds of thousands of people, members, get their health back. In the last 5 years, we have helped hundreds of thousands of people. Once they get their health back, they got their time back. Once we helped hundreds of thousands of people get their time back, when they started to share their life stories, they got their freedom back. So without starting this call yet, who here came to learn how to get their health, time, and freedom back from this call? Good. Because in the next few minutes, I would love to introduce you to Amy Homsey. Before I share with you her title, what she has accomplished in her career, I still want to share with everyone a little bit. Almost 4.5 years ago, during the COVID, I had my first conversation with Amy Homsey and Bob Campbell. I still remember that very moment at that time because it was one of the most worst time in human history, but it was one of the most compelling time for us here in LifeWave and Team Evolve, is because that was the time where we developed our relationships. So in the next few minutes, I want you to hear every relationship, everything that Amy Homsey has done for our organization. And let me introduce you to who she is. She is actually a nana, okay? She's a wife, an awesome wife, awesome mom, and awesome nana. She has been in the direct sales for over 30 years. She has been in the natural product world 20 years from those 30 years representing that. She is a 7-figure earner, and she is an industry leader because she's already been featured in Success magazine. Okay, that shows a lot of credibility. And she has been, she also owns a holistic club. Okay, if you don't know what that is, she's going to explain it to you. And that's how passionate she is about natural health. So without further ado, Amy Homsey, can you share with us your story? How did you get here? Where are you going now? And what do you want our audience to walk away with tonight? Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much, Peter. Good evening, everyone. Peter, I just want to say it's so nice to be back in the saddle with you again. It's been a while.
I know.
It's been a while. So thank you all for joining us. Folks, I just want to be real and raw with you. This is what this is about. We're going to be featuring different leaders. And I think the message here, Peter, is just so people can find out that we're human too, right? We have our struggles, we have our challenges, we're humans, we have, strong points and weak points, but the key is that we didn't give up. So let me go back 30 years, Peter. 30 years, I will tell you, the direct sales industry changed my life. I would not be the person I am today if I was never introduced to direct sales. And I will always be thankful for that. And I will always be part of this remarkable industry. So let me explain. I'm going to get all choked up with all the nice messages.
Don't
So
look at
let
us.
me
Don't look
explain,
at us.
guys. So 30 years ago, I was 28 and I was a young mom, had two beautiful kids. I was shy. I was very introverted. I know some of you can't believe that, but I was very reserved. But my goal, when someone showed me a business opportunity, the first thing I thought was, oh my gosh, I could stay at home, make some money, and raise my children because my priority was my family and I didn't want anyone else watching them. Okay, so some of you women on the phone, on the call might be able to relate to that. So being the scared little introverted me, I dove into a company, had some friends, had some mentors. Bob Campbell and I met 30 years ago. We built some businesses together. We had a lot of fun. We grew and learned. But I'll tell you, Peter, it wasn't always easy, right? Wasn't easy because when you are scared or afraid to talk to people or afraid to talk on a public stage, it's a little intimidating. But here's what I did, folks. I decided to face my fear and do it anyway because I looked at the end goal. Again, my goal is to stay at home with my children, raise them, make some money, but still be there for my family. So I just started dabbling into network marketing, learning from some great mentors. Bob and I built some good teams. We had a lot of fun. And I'll tell you, the other thing about this industry, folks, Peter, and you probably have the same thing. I've been friends with people for 30 years. The friendships, right? The community. So I tell everyone should join network marketing because of the camaraderie and the self-growth. So what happened with me is I was with a company for over 8 years. Bob and I worked really hard. I was traveling all over. We were making good money. I was one of the top producers. But I'll tell you, things can happen, right? People think success is a straight arrow, or they look at us or look at other leaders in the team and they think, oh, well, they just happen to wake up and this happened. No, this industry, any business success, folks, is just like real life. And here's what I mean by that. There's peaks and valleys, there's ups and downs. It's not a straight arrow. And Peter will agree with me on that, right? So we were doing really well. And then all of a sudden that company, folks, the owners of that company were not who we thought they were, and they let go a lot of the top producers. So we were terminated. We were terminated. Okay. So I was here making six figures, and all of a sudden, income was taken out from underneath me. I felt like someone pulled a rug underneath my feet. Okay. So I don't know if anyone can relate to that. But when that all happened, I was also in the middle of going through a divorce. I got married when I was really young, 20, and I ended up losing my house 15 years ago. Okay. So 15 years ago, I lost everything. But I'm here to tell you there is more, right? So when that happened, it was a rude awakening, and I had to step back and I had to downsize and I had to change some things and I had to rebuild. I had to rebuild. So I had two choices. Well, for the first 3 months, I cried every day. So that's what I did do, just being transparent. I cried every day and I was so angry. Peter, I was damn angry. Okay. But here's what happened. The angrier I got, the sicker I got, because anger makes you sick. And I know that in my natural health practice. But I was crying every day. And then one day I woke up and I slapped myself around. I said, what are you doing? You have the best kids. I have the best family. I have the best friends. I had my health. And I thought, this is just a setback. So I had to regroup. Did anyone here ever have to regroup, reevaluate? So that's what I had to do. I was praying to God every night, show me a way, show me a way. So I just started working different businesses. Also, I haven't worked a job, worked for someone else in 20 years. Guess what I had to do?
Go
I
back
had
to
to get a job. Talk about a humbling experience. Okay. By the way, I'm not a very good employee. I mean, I am and I'm not. I don't like to work for someone else. I'm a little stubborn, but I am a good employee. But I want to do what I want to do, right? So anyway, I had to humble myself, go back to work, and then I was working side hustles, so to speak, on this side. So after getting the divorce, losing everything, my kids are grown, they're out of the house. So I'm sitting there by myself. What happened? I was an empty nester. So I had to deal with that. But you know what I had to do, Peter? Is I had to find out who Amy was.
Hmm.
I had to find out who Amy was again because you lose yourself sometimes. So I'm very blessed. I have the best friends in the world. I had so many people come and support me and help me. So what happened then, fast forward, 2 years later, I'm just hustling and grinding. I meet my current husband. We meet, by accident, and it was instant attraction, instant connection out of the gate. So we're dating, we get married, everything's great. And then guess what? He's diagnosed with cancer.
Hmm.
So a few years in, he's diagnosed with leukemia. And thank God he's still here. And thank God and this is just our journey. Everyone's going to have a different journey, folks. But our journey is we chose natural health. I'm thankful he was open. I practiced natural health for 30 years and we did some natural modalities, and thank God he is still here. So that set us back again. Okay, he couldn't work for a year. So I'm working a job again, working two businesses, taking care of him. It was a very, very stressful time. But I'm here to tell you that God is good. God is good and people are good. So I'm working, I'm miserable, doing the best I can. And then guess what? Someone I know that's also in the natural health space. I can't look at the chats because I'm gonna start crying. Thank you. So someone I know, Peter, that you know, Kylie, showed Bob and I LifeWave. And talk about a lifesaver. Talk about right? Talk about a lifesaver. So not only was I open, it just made sense. So I have my own health issues. I'm not going to go into a lot of them, but I'll tell you, I had chronic pain for 30 years, folks. Chronic pain, wasn't sleeping, had anxiety, had, brain fog. So this product, we started with the X39 and I got incredible results in 5 days. 5 days. Now, I do want to let everyone know that that doesn't happen all the time. All right. If you know me, I'm very compliant. Not everyone's going to get results in 5 days, but that's what happened to me and to my husband. And then Bob got results in a week, and then we got results after that as well. So, with that being said, Peter, I looked at this and I thought, wow. And here's what I said to Bob, and here's what I said to my husband. If we do not share this technology, it is criminal. It is absolutely criminal. Now, those are my words, not the company's, Amy Homsey's words. So I was so excited, Peter. I put my business hat on, and I'm the type just like you. I can't sell anything or market anything unless it works and I believe in it. I don't care how much money is there, Peter. I have to truly believe in it. To me, it's about integrity. So we've been here for 4.5 years. I've had so many things happen physically, lost 14 pounds, my vision's improved, brain fog gone, gums are no longer receding, my skin looks better, my hair looks better. I mean, I could go on and on and on. But you know what is really exciting is Bob and I have helped 24,000 people. 24,000 people. And the reason we did this, or the reason I did this, I can't speak for Bob, is Peter, you talk about it all the time, health, and freedom. See, we started making six figures within a year. Okay. And with this company, that's very doable. And I say that not to impress you, but to impress upon you that if I can do it, you can do it. I didn't go to college, guys. I didn't go to college.
Amy, can I go in the beginning when
Mhm.
you saw this system? I want to get
Mhm.
into how you got your time back. What did you see with this build out in the beginning? Because I want the new people to understand what is really involved in building. So what did you do in the beginning? How did you plug in? And what
Mhm.
did you do? And how much time did you save or did you spend building this business?
Yeah, awesome. Great question. So, to be honest with you, I overthought this for 2 months. I was all in as far as the product I was telling people, but our first connection with LifeWave was Peter, and Bob and Peter hit it off immediately because he's real, and there was no hype here. But he was telling me the system that they created, and it was so simplistic. And honestly, I had a hard time wrapping my head around it because where I came from, Peter, was much more complicated. So I
Correct.
hope that makes sense. So my lesson here is this. I had to learn to stop overthinking it, follow the system, and be coachable. So if you're brand new on this line, be coachable. Don't try and reinvent any wheels here. But here's what I saw, Peter. The product works. It's simple, it's affordable, it's effective. We have science, guys. We have science behind this product. 90 plus clinical studies. I challenge you to go to any other network marketing company and find that. Also, what was really refreshing to me, Peter, was David Schmidt at the helm of this company. Like you, I've been in the industry for a long time, met many CEOs, a lot of good ones. Don't get me wrong. I never, I'm not going to talk bad. But with David Schmidt, it was different. He's a scientist. He's an inventor. There was no rah-rah here. There was no hype. He never talked about money or how much money we can make. The leaders didn't talk about how much money we can make. It was all about helping others. And Peter, we say this on our team, it's the mission before the commission. So I saw that we're a global company and we're an established company. And if you've been in this industry before, you know that there's always a new company coming, right? There's always the rah-rah, the hype. Get in now, it's a startup. I've dealt with that for 30 years. Well, guess what? We have an established company that's debt-free. We've been around for 20 years, debt-free with over 132 patents. But 5 years ago, the X39 came out and took this company by storm. And we grew what?
A lot.
3,000% in 5 years, 3,000% in 5 years. And we pretty much Team Evolve started during the pandemic. I mean, it's crazy, right, Peter?
So, Amy, to grow at this rate, I think a lot of our viewers who are brand new coming into this industry, they really want to know, like, how much work do you really do here? So, what is our system here? How do we teach people to plug in, right? We have a system called the PPP. We help people really understand how to connect, how to know, I know how many people they really need to talk to, where to plug in every day as far as our trainings and our systems, and how many hours are you spending. So with this all developed in the last 5 years, what kind of freedom do you have right now, Amy? I mean, really, what does your day look like for our viewers? Are you leading people? Are you just talking to teams?
Mhm.
Are you training them every day, or how does your day look like?
Yeah, and Peter, it does evolve, no pun intended.
Yeah.
When you first start, you have to hump it a little bit more. So I was, a lot of times working harder. But I'll tell you, when you started the podcast, that changed everything. That changed everything. So all we did was get people on the Patching podcast. That was it. Now we have a system where we walk people through it. It takes 4 minutes a day. If you have 4 minutes, folks, you could build this business. All you have to be is authentic, be yourself. The other thing I want to talk about, Peter, is don't compare yourself to others. you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. Just be yourself. People just want to know that you care. They don't care what you know. They just want to know that you care. So yeah, follow this system. Get on the podcast. Get on our websites. We do 3 ways, but it has evolved. But now most of our time is helping the team because we rise by lifting others. So our goal is to help people get to manager and help them do the 3 ways, get them on the Patching podcast. You don't have to be the expert. You just have to know where to find the information. So yes, my day looks a little different now than it did when I first started, but it also depends what your goal is. Everyone has a different goal, Peter. Some people just want to make an extra $500 a month. Some people want to make an extra $5,000 a month. I wanted more than that. I wanted my time freedom back. And I want to close at the end with that though, because I do have a story that recently happened, which tells me and shows me why I do this. But yes, we have the simplest system ever in network marketing with the only wearable patch technology that's patented that no one else has.
Thank you, Amy. And I'll probably let you go into it since we only have a few more minutes left for this interview. What would you like our viewers to walk away with when they share this video? What would you want them to hear and feel that they can truly, if they find us, that there is a community that truly is real, is raw? As you can see from this interview, there's no, there's not much hoorah here, because at the end of the day, we just want people to become the best versions of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
We have all the credibility, all the proof, all the testimonials, thousands already in our archive that every person can listen to. So as we conclude this interview, and thank you, Amy, for just sharing, being so transparent and just letting everybody know. I think it's more motivational for you, because when people hear you, they truly get inspired. And I think when they hear your story too, they know that you had to go through a struggle. And you and I have the same thing. We just never gave up. So I can't wait to share when my story comes up. But at the end of the day, I want everyone to walk away. Just do not give up. Okay.
Absolutely.
So Amy,
Yeah.
take it away, and then
Well, Peter, I believe success is 98% not giving up. That's it. Okay. Again, I didn't go to college. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I'm determined. I have goals. I'm a hard worker and I care about people. But we have a system here. We have a product here. Zero competition. I mean, once you wrap your head around that, folks, I like to call it bulletproof. I'm bulletproof, Peter. I don't care if you're a surgeon, a stay-at-home mom. I don't care who you are. I'm going to share the technology with you because I believe in it. It's changed my life physically, emotionally, mentally, and financially, right? My goal has always been to make an impact while making an income. Make an income, but make an impact. Have my passion, passion and purpose is what I'm all about, right? So I want people to understand that if I could do this, anyone can. You just have to make a decision. That's all it is. And people ask me a lot, how did you get to SPD? Well, it's never giving up, believing in this company. We have the best community here, but also I'm human too. There were times I didn't want to do a Zoom call. There were times, Peter, I didn't want to do that 3-way call. I didn't want to get on the Patching podcast. I wanted to go shopping or go to the beach. But you know what? I did it because of the outcome in the end. I knew if I put my head down and I did it, sometimes you have to sacrifice a little bit. I did sacrifice a little bit with family sometimes in the beginning, but I'm doing it for them. To me, this is about legacy. Peter, I don't know about you, but I want to leave a legacy for my family, that I didn't give up, that we have a viable business here to help others, right? But I want to touch on something, and this is going to be very emotional, but this is real, guys. This is real as it gets. So some of you on this line know, a lot of you don't know, but we had a tragedy in our family 4 weeks ago. And first of all, The support here has been utterly amazing. So it shows you that we're a family. We have been so blessed. But for those of you who are struggling in your business or struggling in whatever aspect of your life, don't give up. But I'll tell you, the time, health, and freedom, where else can I go? I literally almost took 4 weeks off, Peter, 4 weeks. I mean, I did a couple calls, but the first 3 weeks, I didn't do anything. I was with my family because they come first. And guess what? I didn't have to worry about calling in sick or asking for my boss for time off. I didn't have to worry about not getting paid.
Mm.
I'm still getting paid, Peter, every week, even though I've hardly worked in 4 weeks. It is residual income. That means more to me than anything. It's not actually the size of the income, which is really good. To me, it's about the time freedom. I could take off for the most part when I want to and have residual income. That's why I do this. That's why I do this, Peter. Everyone has a different goal, and that's okay. There's no right or wrong. We're all different. Thank you. Thank you. So I am so grateful for LifeWave, so grateful for this community, so thankful for the support. Sorry. Um, this is as real as it gets, guys. So I want to close with this. We have a stable company, science-based products that work. They work. Over 132 patents, 90 plus clinical studies. We're a global company. Where can you go to start a business for $300 and have an international business? Seriously, folks, I want you to think about that. We're debt free. We have David Schmidt at the helm. Follow the system. Get with one of the leaders that you resonate with. I've been saying that since day one. We all have a different style. All have different nuggets. Follow who you resonate with. But most importantly, just be authentic and be yourself and love on people. People need this product. I don't care who they are. I don't care if they think they don't need it. They need this product. Also, if they tell you no, it's okay. It's okay. We have had people sign up a year later, 2 years later, 3 years later. Remember, things change in people's lives all the time. I've had people come back to me because they see that I stayed the course. They see me on Facebook. They see that I'm still passionate. I'm still here. And guess what? Peter and I are looking Peter and I are looking younger. And so is everyone else. So, it's amazing on these Zoom calls, you look at people like, oh my God, they look younger. So that's it. We're all blessed. I feel incredibly blessed to be here. I feel incredibly blessed to have my family, this company, this business, the team. Our team, Peter, is our family too. They are our family. And that's all I want to say. Just go out there, passionate, share this with everyone. And we're here to help you. We are here to help you. And I want you all to be blessed.
Amy, I not only are you one of our biggest leaders here, but I could not probably think of a better person to share tonight to our community, because this call really has kicked off with you. It was everything I want this call to be, for our guests here tonight to really get to know our leaders. We are a very different community, okay? We really are. So if you're a guest here tonight, if you got to know Amy, and you're going to meet a lot of us here throughout the weeks, throughout the years now, because in the last 5 years, we have developed a safety net for hundreds of thousands of people. In the next 5 years, it's going to be in the tens of millions because of the technology that LifeWave is coming out with, because David is in the forefront of light technology, because of our stability, our foundation of where we are globally, because of all the infrastructure that David Schmidt has created in the last 20 years being in this industry. And tonight, you got to meet Team Evolve, because all we care about is health, time, and freedom. And if you partner up with us, please make sure that you have all these bullet points that LifeWave has to make sure that we appreciate and we earn your time, okay? Because that's all we have. So, Amy, we love you. Thank you so much for tonight. To all our guests and to all our brand partners here, we love you. Thank you for always supporting us. This call is going in the books, and we will see you here next Wednesday, same time, same channel. Love you all. Bye, everyone. Peace out.
Bye. Thank you. Thanks,
Bye,
Peter.
everyone.
Love you.
Love you. Hey.